Hello, my name is Jared, and I am a Master Mason in the state of Mississippi in the United States of America. And for this week's video, I wanted to talk to you about the mentoring program in Masonry. Now, a few weeks ago, we had a couple new entered apprentices in our lodge, and the Worshipful Master asked me to be their mentor. And here, yesterday, the treasurer in our lodge, an older gentleman, gave me this manual. That's a mentor's manual for our jurisdiction here in Mississippi. It's actually put out by the Grand Lodge, and it's got a lot of interesting information in it. Now, I only got it last night, so I haven't been able to go through the whole thing, but generally speaking, it's broken down into an introduction, information for a new candidate, and then information about each of the degrees. So, what's the whole point of having this? Well, I think that generally speaking, Masons get too caught up on either learning the catechisms, the lessons that we have to return, or learning the individual chairs and the rituals involved in a lodge. And we don't take the time to look into the greater meaning of what's behind it. Masonry is very much a contemplative art, meaning that you think about what you've seen and what you've heard and what you've been through and what it really means. And there's a lot of teachings behind that, a lot of things that teach morality and good conduct, things that turn us into good men, things that we can use to make ourselves better husbands, fathers, or better people in the workplace. And sometimes those messages get doled out or completely lost. But it's those things that are important to Masonry as a fraternity, because as we can display those values, then people are more interested to ask about Masonry. You know, there's an important thing that I picked up on in the installation of officers ritual that's done here in Mississippi, where they say that if Freemasonry existed only for the purpose of making Masons, then there wouldn't be any value in it at all. But instead, the value is found in the teaching of men so that they can become better people. And that's an awful lot of paraphrasing I just did there, but the point being, there's no point in being a Mason if you're not actually taking something away from it. So with this video, I would just like to say that if you are considering joining a lodge, if you're petitioning a lodge for membership, then get with the person that you asked for that petition, or get with the master of the lodge and ask them if there's a mentorship program already happening in the lodge and how you can be a part of it. If you're already a Mason and you have the wherewithal to be able to share this information, then please do so, because it's these details, the understanding of why we teach the lessons, why we go through the rituals inside the lodge, that really means something to a man, that can actually inspire them to go out and learn even more information on their own and inspire them to do the things that they ought to in their lives. So thank you all for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll see you next week.